Hey guys, so welcome to the last vlog in this apartment. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've been here for like 7 to 8 months and it's flown by so quickly that the memory I last had of this place was first day when I first moved into this place. It felt like 1 month ago, but that's like about 8 months ago. Time really do fly, especially here. Sometimes I do find days are slower, but to look at it in a way that it's been 7 to 8 months here in this apartment, this very apartment, it tells me that lots has happened. Given that I have friends over, family coming over, and these are things that it was unexpected, and all this happened across a few months. It was definitely a happy feeling to have them over, but now it's kind of turned to a sad thing that I'm gonna leave this place filled with all these memories that I'll always remember it deep in my heart. After all, this place is actually a place where I would say it's a proper apartment that I have on my own, moving out from my family. So definitely you have some sentimental value from this place. Will I miss this place? Yes, I will miss it because of the memories, because of the friends, the family that we done in this house. It's too memorable for me to just say, oh, just a house. It's not just a house, it's just more than that. It's the place, the bond that's created in this place. It's just too unforgettable, I would say. I'm excited in my new place. It is slightly smaller, if I recall, and it's located in a better position compared to my current house. I personally haven't really seen it in person yet, but I will see it with you guys when I settle down. But before that, I have lots of packing to do. As you can tell, I still have my monitor screens and everything that still needs to be packed, that's not packed. So there's like last minute things that I need to be packing before I move to my new apartment. But yeah, so as you can tell, there's pretty much a lot of things lying around because these are the things that have accumulated over 7 to 8 months, literally. It's kind of mind-boggling because to me it didn't feel like a lot of things because my intention was to travel light, carry light, and end off I have a mountain of things, which is totally unexpected. But yeah, so that will be a headache to move, to fit it into my car and then transport it, and as well as my sofa. Yeah, so that will be a headache. This is 80% of the stuff I have right now. Outside, the rest of the 20% is like last minute things like you saw, the monitor, the kitchen, some pots and pans that I need to still use before moving to the new place. So all these are pretty last minute. Changing an apartment, I would say, is the most tiring thing. I have never imagined that it would be this tiring, but it is really tiring. And fortunately, I would say I'm pretty lucky. This is considered pretty little, but I did actually hope to be much less than this. So the next part will be the house tour, and by video editing magic, you'll get to see it now. I have finally moved in and settled down. I can't wait to show you guys how it is like. I moved into a smaller apartment compared to the previous apartment that you saw. The rent is slightly higher, although it's a smaller apartment, but the amenities of this new apartment is way better than the old one. For example, this one has a lift, which is definitely way better than the one that I didn't have, which was just stairs, and that one was, I was staying on the 3rd floor. But yeah, let's start with the kitchen. So now we're at the kitchen. This is just the main door. As you can see, the kitchen is just by the main door, which is a bit convenient if sometimes I want to, after my grocery shopping, I'll just leave it here. The kitchen is where I normally do my cooking. The stove is slightly smaller than the previous one, only 2, but at least it has an oven, so I can still bake some stuff. And pretty decent size. I would say this is a pretty decent setup for a one-person apartment. The other one was way too big, and there's a lot of proper shelving this time around, so I managed to keep everything in the shelf and not on the countertop, which is good. And the only downside is this place, although it's small, the trash sorting thing had become a problem. So now all the trash is only under this sink and it's just an utter mess, which I don't really like. Other than that, the fridge is still the same size and everything else is more or less the same in the kitchen. It's just slightly smaller and the color and everything else is same. The bathroom has nothing much to see, actually, honestly. It's just that I'm appreciative that there is this screen now. And normally in the old apartment, it was literally the water just splashed everywhere. But this time around, there is this cover here, which I'm so thankful for. It makes my showering less messy. Now we will move in to the living space. I wouldn't really say it's a living space. It's just like a more living, eating, working space. Because this is more of a studio. So it's like there is no rooms to segment the places. So what I did is I did segmentation myself. So this is where normally I would chill and relax on a weekend or in the evening when I don't really want to do any work. And then moving to my side here, we can see that this is the workstation. So it's a workstation plus the dining area. So on the left side, you can see it's just like my work setup and everything, whereas the right side here is mainly for my eating. So this is just where I consume my meals and everything. So it's like a mini dining area. So this is to help me segment my workstation. As there's always a saying goes, if you segment your areas, you will be more focused in wherever you want to do. So for example, you want to have a segmented area for your work, you have a work area for your work area, and you have an area to chill, is an area to chill. So it's tell your brain, this is where you need to work and this is where you need to chill. So that is what I had for my segmentation area. And then of course my bed, there isn't much. So it's just a bed, quite a big size bed. It was supposed to be a sofa bed, but I just left it open and left it as it is. So there isn't much on the bedside. And then just some snacks and bedside table. So as you can see, this apartment is really very small. There isn't much to showcase compared to the previous one, which has like 2 rooms, 1 bathroom and 1 kitchen, 1 living room. This one has just basically everything in one space. But honestly, moving here is actually I feel that it's a very cozier apartment. Like the previous one, when I went home, it feels very empty per se. It feels lonely. It's such a big apartment for one person. So when I came here and I moved here, I had the sense of wow, homeliness. It feels very cozy and I really love it because the size is just nice, and like the chores is manageable because it's only one person. I don't need to clean the whole entire house. Well, the downside of it all is just the rent. As you can see, this apartment is slightly smaller than the old one, but the rent here is 507 euros per month, which is 57 euros more than what I'm paying before. You would say that I'm paying more for less, but I'm okay to pay it, I guess, because the apartment feels way better. I feel more at home. The size is just nice and I just love the walk around in this area. That's just the only downside of the apartment. The rest, I pretty much enjoy this apartment. I just like the size, I like the environment, I like the place, it's peaceful. Another highlight of this place is the lack of roads. So right outside my house, there isn't a straight road. The previous time it was just it was a roundabout. So you can every night you can hear cars going around and around and around, and it's just very noisy. It's just that ever since I moved here, there isn't a road. It makes my sleep and my attention span much better because there isn't a road to distract me or any drive-by. Other than a helicopter pad right outside, which is pretty cool. So sometimes during the day there'll be a helicopter landing and you can hear it, and you literally just land right outside my window, which is kind of cool to have a helicopter pad right outside. So that is all for my apartment tour. Really nothing much to show you. It's just a slightly more expensive studio apartment. I hope you enjoyed this little apartment tour that I did, and I shall see you in the next video.